William Shatner's on Ally McBeal.
I remember the dancing baby.
Who doesn't forget? Yes.
Ooga chaka.
Ooga chaka. Yeah.
Is that appropriation? Like what? I feel like if I sing that, it's like what the fuck?
I'm unloading the meat. I'm loading the meat. I'm unloading the meat. I'm loading the meat. I'm unloading the meat. I'm loading the meat. I'm unloading the meat. I don't even know what it means, but it is what it is. What it is. What it is. What it is. I'm unloading the meat. I'm loading the meat. I'm unloading the meat.
Hell yeah. Welcome to Unloading Meat. I'm Jared Ralphie Allen, and my guest today is the one and only Jay Kincade. Jay, what's up, buddy?
Hell yeah. What's up?
Hell
How you
yeah.
doing? Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad we can finally do this.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not too high to just keep saying hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, they made a whole show out of it.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to Unloading Meat, bro. How's it going, man?
It's going well. How you doing?
Pretty good, buddy. So, Jay Kincade, how long you been doing stand-up?
I started stand-up in 2013, right when I got out of the military.
Wow,
so
man.
This has been
What branch?
Navy.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, I don't mean it in a sarcastic, shitty way.
Yeah,
I
no.
truly mean it. Yeah.
I don't mean that in a sarcastic or shitty way. I truly, it was a great 5 years. So when I got out of the military, I was in a really dark place. I had just got out of a 7-year relationship with the child. Just lost my mom.
Don't sugarcoat it. Tell us how you really feel. Like,
I was really and there was this guy. He had just got out of the military too, Army. His name was Jeremy Cessna. I'll never forget this man. Was doing open mic at the Comedy Parlor.
Okay.
Which is now a furniture store on First and Elgin in downtown Tulsa.
Damn.
This was this history. And for like 4 or 5 months, he invited me to like come out and try and tell a joke. And I finally did it. I went and told these really like stupid joke. Like one joke was about like how Lil Wayne drinks cum water.
Go on.
And some stupid bullshit like that. But I had so much fun, and like the rush that I got from like being on stage and like a front of like complete strangers, and like trying to make them laugh. And I've just been doing it ever
right?
since. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been doing it ever since.
It's like even like when I watch wrestling and stuff like that, like people like wrestlers always say it's like the best drug ever is when you're in front of a crowd. That rush, there's nothing like it.
Beat it.
No,
you can't beat it. It's like I've done a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
And like none of them compare to getting on stage in front of people.
Yeah. It's like even this, like as cheesy as it sounds, like you heard me do an intro and suddenly like, my energy just picks up.
Yeah.
Like cameras are on, we're going. I'm like, good. I can talk.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like as soon as those cameras and lights go off, I'm like, okay, chill.
Yeah, it's different. It's different because you know that like what you're doing is like going to be in front of people.
Yeah.
You're presenting this. You're putting this out there.
Yeah. For
an audience to consume.
Yeah.
And so therefore your energy is going to be a lot more different than as compared where it's just you and me talking behind the scenes.
Yeah. But at the same time, like that's kind of like it wasn't really the intent. This was really just, hey, welcome to the divorce. Was really why I built this. But really, like this kind of worked out with all my guests. It's like even if I don't know somebody at all, it's like we've talked to clubs or something, but we've never really hung out and actually got to know each other very much.
Right.
But like at least if we didn't know anything about each other, through this, there's something to bond over or something to relate over or talk about.
Yes.
And usually this lowers the sense of people having to like freak out about cameras and lights and stuff like that, and it kind of
gives you something a little bit to focus on.
Yeah,
like
it's almost overwhelming.
Yeah, you got your DC, you got your Marvel right here, you got your Power Rangers over here. Yeah, you got your DC over here. You got your wrestling over here. You got your Transformers over here. You got a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah, like I said, it's just early childhood trauma.
Where's your gin and Jameson?
No, I just drink a lot of Jameson.
Even better.
No, I mean, I don't have any. Who keeps DVD porn anymore?
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I'm not a connoisseur.
I mean, unless I'm like 55, 65.
Yeah, I can't come 55. That's a Hagar joke. You're a metal fan. That's kind of close.
Like, and people ask me like, "You like metal?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, if you think about it, like fucking Power Rangers. Like, I was like 4 or 5, consuming that shit. Like I fucking love it. I
Yeah.
like, and people are like, "You love metal?" And I'm like, "Yeah, look at the shit I grew
Yeah.
up with." Like, you know, and like my sense of humor. Like I was allowed to watch Tiny Toons Adventures.
Oh, you weren't?
No, I said I was.
Oh, you was. Yeah, that's a great show.
I was allowed to watch I watched Ren and Stimpy,
Fucking Plucky Duck.
Plucky Duck,
Maybe go down a hole.
fucking Go-Go, Go-Go, Furball, Elmira.
Elmira. Didn't they reboot it? Didn't they bring it back?
I think they
they tried?
tried to. It was it was called Looney Tunes University.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not the same.
No, it's not the same. One of the few reboots that's actually been kind of good is the Animaniacs one. It's pretty good on Hulu.
Oh, okay. I see.
They brought it back and it's had like 3 seasons. It's not bad. It's weird because like the previous Animaniacs had like way more characters, and this one's like, okay, we have Yakka Wacko Dot, we have Pinky and the Brain, and that's pretty much it. We have a few new characters we're gonna introduce.
See, the thing about it is the voice talent.
A lot of people died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Like when you're trying to have like these reboots,
Yeah.
and you don't have the original cast.
X-Men 97 has pulled it off.
Uh-huh.
And also like there's some actors that like they recast, even though the actor is still alive or the actress, but then they like take the original actress and they put them in a different role because even though it's been 20 years, the same actress, it's been 20 years, their voice sounds different. They don't sound like a teenage girl.
You're right.
So like the people were like pissed before the show premiered. They're like, they recast Jean Grey even though the actress is still alive, and they cast her as like a senator. Well, because Jean Grey's gonna do some intense shit this season, and that actress has aged, and her voice doesn't really sound like Jean Grey anymore. And so they put her in a different role, and it's still a good role in that show.
Yeah.
And that show is some of the best writing I've seen in anime or animation in a long fucking time. The only
Okay.
thing that I can think that really rivals it is probably Invincible. Like,
See, I haven't watched Invincible.
Invincible is fucking baller, man. Like, it's fucking just like one of the best things I've ever seen. They talk about how Invincible is an animated show, and also they're gonna do a live action version eventually
Yeah.
because it's based off of graphic novels.
Yeah.
I've read the whole story. I don't know. I mean, they could do it in animation, but like, I don't know how they're gonna pull it off in live action because it gets to such like scale of like galactic war of like thousands of soldiers fighting in space at a time, like just fist fighting and shit like that. And it's like way bigger than anything in-game even did.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't even know how they're gonna fucking pull off with a CGI budget. Like it's such a massive scale war and stuff like that. And like it even deals with like the main character getting and stuff like that. Like they take the
we go
superhero
there.
trope and they
We
put it
go
on its
there.
head. Yeah.
We go there. That's like kind of like The Boys.
Yeah. Oh, it's very like The Boys. I like The Boys.
Okay.
It's a good show.
Okay.
I don't know if you're a fan of The Boys.
I've watched a season. It's graphic.
Yes, it's very graphic.
It's not what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. Just wait till you get to the breast milk.
You make my day. Shout out to Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. Chappelle's show, man, still holds up. Every single
All the time. Like
yeah.
I'm constantly watching like one of my favorite skits off that is the turf war between the A City Ballers and the Nine Stairs crew, and where Cornrolla says, "Hey, y'all need to cook up cocaine with King powder and sell it. All the best. Cornrolla. P.S.
P.S.
like his infamous bird call, like, and like what's great is that like Most Def is in that is like Most Def is throughout Chappelle's show.
Yeah.
And I fucking love.
Doesn't he like transition to his different name like
Yasmin
halfway
Bey.
through it? Yeah.
Yeah, Yasmin Bey.
Yeah, because he converts.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because he transitions like during that show too.
Yeah. And that's like part of the reason why like Dave Chappelle like went to Africa and like hung out there for a while. Yeah. I mean, fuck, and I miss Most Def. Like I do.
Yeah.
I really do. Like he's like one of my favorite rappers growing up.
Good actor too.
Good actor too. Yeah. Have you seen 16 Blocks?
With Bruce Willis, right?
Yes.
Yes. Great movie.
Great movie.
He was actually pretty good in Dexter too.
Or I've never watched Dexter.
He's pretty good in it.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes, that's a great movie. I wish they would have continued that, but it bombed in the theaters. That's a great book series too.
The book is it's one of the few adaptations that holds that's like is done right.
Yeah.
It feeds on brainwave energy, absorbing unconscious frequencies and excreting a matrix of conscious frequencies to the speech centers of the brain. The practical upshot of which is that if you stick one in your ear, you instantly understand anything said to you in any language.
And you're like, okay, like this is
Whoever cast Alan Rickman as the robot, just genius.
genius.
And like, what's his name? The main guy that plays Arthur, Martin Freeman.
Yeah,
Just he's perfect.
he's
like,
perfect. Yeah,
Like everybody's perfect in their roles. Like the whole, like even the
Zoe
designs.
Deschanel.
Yeah.
Oh God, I had the biggest fucking.
Oh, I still do too.
The biggest hard on, biggest hard on for Zoe Deschanel.
I was just gonna say crush, but okay.
No, I'm gonna keep it real.
So you've been doing this since what? You said 2013.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Highlights, man. Like, did you ever take? I mean, of course, everybody stopped during COVID, but like, I mean, what led you to like just doing comedy? Like, what really like? I mean, you're fresh out of the military.
It was something to do, man. It was, and then plus, it was a whole new like friend base. Coming out of the military, they, you know, you're institutionalized, to a sense, you know, and my friends had you know had kids and wives, and I didn't have any of that. My lifestyle was different. It was just it was a brand new, it was a way to reinvent myself.
Yeah.
And it led me to some lifelong friends, and you know, it's led me to a very creative outlet. You know, this is creative beyond my ability. I never in my wildest dreams thought of, you know, this is, you know, how I would express myself and how I get my point across in life and to others, and having fun while doing it.
Yeah. It's also, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels like it's very therapeutic.
Yes.
It's so much like therapy.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people even use it for therapy because
Yes.
that's the other part of being a comedian. Is not only do we all use it as therapy, but you find out that 95% of all comedians have some sort of mental illness.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just part of the thing.
Yeah.
We all trauma bond.
Yeah.
That's what open mics are.
Yeah. I'm diagnosed bipolar. I was on drugs for a while. Been clean now for about a year and a half.
Congrats.
Thank you very much. Long road to recovery.
Do I have anything for that? Close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
I mean, is that what you were doing for drugs?
No,
you didn't get that bad.
Not that bad.
See, when I do it, it's consensual now.
It's consensual, yeah. But yeah, and I've always used this a lot as therapy. You know, when used it to cope with my relationships and my ups and downs with life, and I've even talked about my addiction on stage.
Yeah.
And you know, used it as, and you know, still continue to use it as therapy.
Yeah.
And you know, having fun while doing it.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's a way to, I mean, really just get through it. I mean, you gotta just, you know, find your truth, so to speak. So you know what I mean, and like just deal with the shit. You know, the only way through, you know, the only way through something is through it. You know what I mean?
And if you can't, you know, make fun of yourself and, you know, poke fun, you know, then what are you really doing it for?
Yeah. And then also, like, I'm also that stupid guy that, like, it sounds so stupid, but like that Bare Naked Lady song, like in that lyric, like, I'm the kind of guy that laughs at a funeral.
You know? Yeah.
I'm that fucking dude.
I
like,
literally was at a funeral the other day and was making jokes.
Yeah, that's just how I am. My anxiety is like, I gotta make this funny. I got
literally was making jokes the whole time. Like, and you know, I was like, well, that's probably what he would have wanted. Like, you know, because so like I took last year off, and went to a recovery program, and you know, was writing, you know, F-bomb jokes, and this is like during like in a whole like, I joined this Christian recovery program, so you know everything was God and sanctified, and and here I am, you know, making F-bomb jokes and talking about pussy.
You're like, you need extra Jesus today
in front of the Lord. But you know, that's how God made me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Are you a believer? Do you believe in?
I had my falling out with the church.
That's fine.
I respect everybody's beliefs. A lot of my, I'll be honest, a lot of my sexual trauma in the past was like because of church stuff.
Okay.
my best friend was big in the church and forced me to blow him and stuff like that. And then him and his mom covered it up and like was like, if you say anything, the church is not gonna believe you. You're not because you're not one of us. And like that's a lot of my hangups growing up. And like just a lot of trauma and shit like there. And like I dealt with it through therapy over the years and stuff like that. But yeah, it fucked with me for a long time. And then I was
lots of Prozac.
Yeah.
Lots of Ritalin.
I'm on antidepressants, anti-anxiety.
Yeah.
I'm good now and stuff like that. I'm in a good spot.
That's good.
But like, that's my thing with the church, and I respect people's beliefs, stuff like that. It's just not me currently.
Not for you. And you know what? That's how I feel. That's with everything in life. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody.
I just try to genuinely just not be an asshole to people until they provoke me and they make me, and then I'm like, okay, well,
you've poked a bear.
You poked a bear. Yeah. I just try to stay in my lane, just kind of be nice to everybody, and just do my work and just do my thing.
And even in religion, that's how everybody's deity wants you. Just stay in your lane. So you're doing right, whether with or without the good book.
With or without you.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Good for you.
Yeah. It's just it's also like not to get anything. I'm not even on like a religious podcast or anything like that, but like a lot of it was also just you see some people that would do it in the name of religion, like some of the worst fucking things.
God, you start wars.
Yeah. And I have family members that are like that still, and even post-COVID, there's family members I don't talk to that don't talk to me because of my sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
And they won't say that, but that's what it is.
That's what it is, yeah.
And that shit still to this day is kind of just like, and that's just me, And like I said, respect everybody else's beliefs.
That just means they're in the closet. That's really all it is. Like if you can't, if you're scared of two men having love for one another.
It just means my sister's a cunt. I mean, that's all it means. I can say it's okay. It's true.
It's true.
Yeah. She's not gonna watch this. She'll probably. I mean, I labeled it as LGBT, so she'll stay away.
Yeah.
So bad, so good. God damn it. I do have material for her. I just don't record it and put it out on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, it's little private moments.
Yeah. Just fun little, shared moments.
Shared moments, yeah.
The audience.
I'm unloading the meat. Unloading the meat. Unloading the meat.
Ooh, if only I was a lefty. Oh, sorry about that. This episode of Unloading Meat is not brought to you by a sponsor today, but man, really wish we had one today because that would have avoided you guys seeing this. If you don't want to see any more of my alone time, be sure to reach out to your favorite sponsors. Tell them to reach out to us at unloadingmeat@gmail.com, and you can put it into this awkward section of the podcast every week. Now, back to the episode.
I'm unloading the meat. Unloading the meat. Unloading the meat.
You gotta hold your pinky out. That way you're really bougie when you're smoking it. Yeah, there you go. Pinky out. Taboo. It's not gangsta. It's not gangsta, taboo.
Available on Grindr. Where all the big boys play.
Where all the big boys play.
Was that metal enough for you?
No bullshit. So literally, I'm driving home from work the other day, and on my shuffle comes George Michael and Elton John. Don't let the sun come down. Don't let the sun come down on me.
Don't let the sun go down on me.
Come down on me.
Yeah, but, they were going down on each other.
Yeah. We don't know if that's true or not.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Allegedly.
Bruh.
Oh.
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
Is that who George Michael was meeting that one time he got arrested?
Oh, it could have been.
Could have been.
Pee Wee Herman just in the audience
jerking off.
Do you think he rode his red bicycle there? And the police arrested him and was like, dude, he's the only guy in history that has a mugshot directed by Tim Burton.
Oh, that's clever. I like that.
I'll be here all week.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
Subscribe now.
Did you ever watch the second one? What was it? Pee Wee Herman.
The Big Adventure's the first one.
Yeah.
I not watched the show. I don't remember what the second movie is. It's like the New Adventures of Pee Wee or something like that.
Dude, it's so bad. Like
I mean, the first one was good, but I mean,
no, this so Joe Montana is in it. Montana, whatever.
yeah.
And it's like a gay bro love affair. Like he like Pee Wee he likes passing through his town and he's like, Pee Wee, come to my birthday party. It's in New York. And like I'll be waiting for you, Pee Wee. And like Pee Wee like literally like jumps in his car and like literally leaves his like hometown and literally I'm fucking high.
I know, because you said literally like 47 times like you're Rob Lowe.
Literally filled with penises.
Literally?
Literally. And goes on this adventure.
You hit the Gandalf pipe once.
And goes to New York to go to
You shall not
party.
finish this story.
And like falls down this hole. and is rescued by like Mike-anites. And they go off into the night sky, and there's like these big firework explosions, and they go into like this penthouse. Dude, I'm telling you, it's the gay.
I totally forgot you were talking about Pee Wee for a while. And then I came back and was like, oh yeah, it's Pee Wee. Like as soon as you said it's the gayest thing, I was, oh yeah, I was talking about Pee Wee. That makes sense. Red bow tie.
Like the whole time I was in rehab watching this, I'm like looking for
They
the
made you guys watch
administrator.
Pee Wee?
Yeah,
Okay,
I was
yeah.
like looking for the administrators. Like I'm just waiting for them to come in and just shut this whole thing down.
Did you ever see the episode of South Park where Butters has to go to the gay conversion camp?
Yeah, I love that episode.
And every time he like opens the door, there's like a kid hanging
Getting
himself or
yes.
like pulling the trigger on a gun.
Yes.
I like to imagine that. I was like, if they forced you guys at a rehab to watch Pee Wee Herman, they just open the door and you guys are like hanging yourselves and shit.
Like the whole time, like we were literally like we were like they're
Can't even
gonna
have
come
mouthwash.
shut this down. No, literally, we couldn't have mouthwash.
Yeah.
We could like so there was like this one guy who got kicked out because he was filtering hand sanitizer through a sock and was like drinking the alcohol that was like left over. Yeah.
I bet he swallows. Just gonna say
he apparently they do that in prison or in jail to get drunk. They filter hand sanitizer through socks. And
fuck.
Yeah, and like I learned
And the cops are worried about touching fentanyl.
I learned a lot about jail in rehab. I learned a lot about prison and rehab too. Like just like I had some prison tacos. Like it's like ramen and
Beef jerky?
Velveeta and chicharrones.
Oh.
And chili with beans. And it's like you get like a bag and some hot water and some water and like you put it in a microwave and they mush it and they literally like knead the ramen like dough
Into the actual tacos.
Mm-hmm. And then along the way they're like adding chili and the cheese and they're just kneading it the whole fucking time. And then they add the chicharrones and they just knead it and they knead it and they knead it.
Say it slow.
Yeah,
Say it slow.
and then you get you some tortillas and and that shit is slaps, bro. I'm telling you, it is like some of the best shit I've ever had.
Well, like when I was watching YMH a couple times, they were talking about they had like videos of people like from prison that were talking like all the ways that they were cooking with beef jerky, like Slim Jims.
Yeah,
and they had cut up Slim Jims and they were making like chilies and stuff like that, and like that, and, like they were just creative with all the little things, ramen and stuff like that. And they take the packets from the ramen and then they use that to flavor other dishes and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, because I mean, you have like 4 ingredients. That's all you got.
Yeah.
Either that or you're going to use your prison wallet.
Yeah.
Like, I'm out. Like, I'm a bisexual guy.
Right.
It took me 20 years to deal with my shit. Like, when I told you about my sexual trauma, like, that left me so, like, I'm wired for shame. Like, literally, I'm a shame-driven individual.
I feel you.
Like, I wake up and I just know I'm a piece of shit. My status quo.
So bad.
Yeah. I just wake up and I'm like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. That's just how I'm just wired for shame. And so, like, it took me 20 years and 2 failed marriages to really deal with my sexuality and stuff. Abusive ex, stuff like that, you know, just like stuff. And therapy helped a lot, kind of connect the dots. And at the end of my second marriage, post-COVID, I just got into therapy and really just kind of just figured a lot of shit out.
Isn't therapy fantastic?
Yeah.
It's great,
Yeah.
isn't it? Like you can like really look back and be like, no, it is your fault.
Yeah. Like I want to get back into it. I haven't been in a little bit, but like it wasn't one of those things where I had a falling out with my therapist or anything. It was just more
Right.
like I solved what I wanted to solve in that time,
Uh-huh.
and then like my therapist basically just gave me these blueprint or like these tools or like things to use in moments of like, okay, well now I feel like this, and that means I can kind of put the wire to it. You know,
Yeah.
like it made me feel like Charlie in fucking It's Always Sunny, where he's on that board and he has everything and connecting all the
Yes.
strings. It's like that's how therapy worked for me. Is like connecting all the strings and then connecting all the dots
Yeah.
to make shit like, oh, you're like this because of this and this and this.
Well, I've always known like my trauma, like why I grew up the way that I was. It's definitely my father's fault.
Yeah.
But I what therapy did for me was to finally accept and be able to like move on from it.
Yeah.
And accept and I know that my father's never going to change. He is who he is.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that I can do.
It affected you, but it doesn't
Yes,
define you.
It doesn't define me. Yes. And then also to deal with the trauma from I lost my mother in 2012, right before I got out of the military. It was a quick death. It was expected, but it still happened like really, really fast, where like we didn't have like enough time to like really like say the things that like we needed to say or we wanted to say.
Yeah.
And so that pain affected me for a very long time, and therapy was also another thing that was like able to like finally like get me to like move on and accept it, and like and so I'm very, and it's nice to be able to like look back and like, okay, like look at where I've come from and like how far I've come, and be excited about my future.
It's almost like looking at a different person.
Yeah.
Like it's just like those chapters go away.
Yeah.
And like, like I said, like 2 marriages and like the trauma like growing up, and like I've tried to commit suicide twice, and it was like I failed both times. Like I was like, I'm a survivor of suicide, and Ross was on here. He goes, well, that means you're 2-time failure. I was like, oh yeah. So now I even have it on my nameplate. I'm like, we're like a badge of honor. 2-time failure of suicide.
Yeah, 1-time failure over here.
Yeah, I'll try for a hat trick maybe. Favorite comic book character for you? Marvel or DC or anybody?
I'm DC.
Okay.
I really am.
Okay.
I love Batman.
Okay.
Batman has had I think some of just the coolest adventures, especially between him and the Joker. Like his fights with the Joker are legendary.
Yeah.
And
I do think Joker is the best villain of
all time. Yeah.
I have several right here. I have a Batman section. I have my Kevin Conroy.
Who's your Joker?
It's honestly Mark Hamill.
Thank you.
It just has to be.
Thank you.
Especially like what drew it over the line for me was the Arkham games.
Yeah.
Where they brought those same voice actors back, but they could go a little bit darker. And his taking Joker in the Arkham games was like tragic.
Yeah.
And it was sad, and it like just had so much depth to it, but it was built on like our nostalgia from the animated series voices.
Yeah.
And that's where I like. And also like there was a Coheed and Cambria song. I don't know if you remember this.
No, I don't.
Okay. Did you play the Batman Arkham games?
Of course.
Okay. Arkham City, which is the second one.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it came out like 20 years ago. Joker dies.
Yeah.
There's at the end of the whole thing, the credits start going. They have Coheed and Cambria write a song that's from the Joker's perspective. He's singing to Batman. It's called Deranged. And the whole song is about how like we can't exist without one with the other and stuff like that. And it's from the perspective of the Joker singing it to Batman.
Oh wow.
And if you know what Coheed and Cambria is, they're a harder, they're alternative rock
They're getting
band.
ready to play here, and they're getting ready to play the Hard Rock.
Yeah, they're coming soon. But if you know them, that they sing in a story. Their whole concept is like they are a sci-fi story with a comic book, and like they have these adventures.
Good Apollo, I'm Burning, number 5, like or what number 9, whatever it is.
But it's all in like a cinematic kind of story universe. And so for them to break character and sing a song that's in the DC universe about Joker was kind of unheard of at that time.
Yeah, yeah. Mark Hamill is definitely my favorite Joker.
Batman? Who's your favorite Batman?
My favorite Batman. I as much as I enjoy
Kevin Conroy?
No, I mean, yes, Kevin Conroy is. Yeah. He's definitely top 3. I have to go I can't think of his name anymore.
Michael Keaton.
No.
Kilmer.
No. God no. God
George
no.
Clooney.
Ugh, disgusting.
Christian Bale.
Yes.
Christian Bale's good.
It goes Bale, Conroy,
Pattinson.
no, God, no.
I actually like the Batman.
I like the Batman too. He's Pattinson. If he keeps it up, he could be out. He could be number 4. But Keaton's great. And did you watch The Flash?
Unfortunately, yes.
He
He was the best part of the
Flash.
Yeah.
Yes.
That movie was a mess.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, the
bad.
CGI babies that he's saving in the beginning is fucking atrocious.
It was bad. It was really
the whole
bad.
movie's bad.
Yeah, I had high hopes for it.
Poor Supergirl was in there for like a brief moment. She's basically there just to be like on the poster
Yeah,
and sell some merch.
yeah, yeah.
Like-
She really played no part in the movie at all.
No, they didn't do anything with her. And then like all the CGI cameos from like Nick Cage and stuff like that, which is weird.
Weird.
Yeah. Oh, that movie.
Yeah.
I'm glad it ends the DC universe. I'm glad James Gunn's taking over now.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for his Superman.
I didn't think Justice League was as bad as all the critics panned it out to be.
I liked the Snyder Cut more.
I did.
But I did
The black and white one.
Yeah, but at the same time, no, I didn't. I mean, the regular one, just the
Yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, it's like, you want attention?
Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. Hi, girl. Hi. I like you too. I like you too.
She's like, you're on my couch.
That's fine.
She just lounges all day,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, she's a good dog.
That's
Like,
what's up.
just the best thing that they rescue, the best free dog I ever got.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just $0 options, and she's already spayed and already had a chip and everything like that. And then
Yeah.
like, I go to like get her, like, oh, here's a 25% off coupon on everything at Petco.
Yeah.
So you just use that. I got her a collar and a name tag and stuff like that, and just take care of her.
I
like-
miss having a dog so much.
I did too. She's been a good companion, good dog. She's great. It's like great with the kids. Can't recommend the SPCA enough.
Yeah.
Like, you can find some real gems.
That's when I had my dog. That's where I took her to get all her shots and everything. Like, I was getting ready. Like, I didn't have her spayed because I wanted a litter. I wanted to get at least 1 litter of pups out of her.
Yeah.
Just because she was a girl, I wanted a boy from her.
Yeah.
So that way I could just carry on the lineage. But it wasn't. It wasn't to be. And it was crazy. She was a free dog too. She found me. I was at my ex-girlfriend's house, and we had just got back from the store, and we opened the door, and there she was. She was like malnourished and like real small. She was puppy. Like,
Yeah.
she couldn't have been no more than like 8 weeks old. Don't know where she came from. Don't know how she got there. But yeah, took her home. Had her for like 2 years. Great dog.
Yeah, like I had my Basset Hound mix, which was a cheap dog I had since I was like 13, and he lived like 15 years.
Yeah.
He was old, and then I had a $50 golden lab I got from like an old penny saver or something like that. There's like some branch that just got rid of him. Best dog I ever had.
Yeah.
But until this one. But like I've had expensive dogs too. That I think the most I ever spent was like we spent like $1,200 on an English bulldog. It was like a registered English bulldog.
Yeah.
Dumbest fucking dog I ever got. Would run into walls. Almost knocked over my kids all the time. I actually have scar tissue. It took out a chunk of my finger. I had to relearn how to bend my finger.
Oh wow.
Because that whole chunk all the way to the bone was taken out. That dog was just stupid. And I was like, I wasted $1,200 fucking dollars on this stupid fucking dog. And I'm like, free dogs are always the great ones.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the shit you're not paying
But then
for.
my friend or my sister was like, well, if there was like a puppy mill or something like that, they're probably just like so inbred, they're just dumb. I was like, oh, well, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
true that.
Still, I mean, it's not his fault, but
Yeah. On God. On God.
Woof woof.
Woof woof.
I'm remembering the last time I saw you, I think was Ed's,
Yes,
and you were wearing a gorilla shirt,
I was.
and I almost riffed on it. I was gonna like riff, but I think my joke was basically gonna be like, man, dude, you're the one black dude I've ever seen wear a gorilla shirt. Like, did you have to go all the way to England to find white people you liked? Like, geez, are we all that bad?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I'm unloading the meat. Unloading the meat. Unloading the meat.
Hey, fellow hipsters and people that have culture or something. I'm Jared Ralphie Allen, host of Unloading Meat, and we need sponsors for this show. If you've identified with this fucked up hat I'm wearing, these shitty tattoos, or any other cultural references that are behind me, reach out to your favorite sponsors and tell them to sponsor the show Unloading Meat. Now, back to acting like I wasn't impressed by anything. I wish this podcast could be on vinyl.
I'm unloading the meat. Unloading the meat. I'm unloading the meat.
So like I'm like taking this year to like reacclimate myself because like I said I took a year off last year, you know, getting a rehab and everything. So like I'm relearning. I'm reestablishing myself. And
Not to get too into it, but was it rehab for alcohol or was
no
it,
drugs.
Okay.
I'm a speed freak.
Okay.
I did cocaine for a while and then I graduated to methamphetamine.
Well, the reason I asked is like, you know, some people like I knew that are rehab with alcohol, so that a lot of what we do is at a bar.
Yeah.
So it's like that's kind of a hard thing. I mean, even with, you know, drugs stuff like that, that's always a lot of times at bars.
Yeah, no, so I did my drinking when I was younger, like when I was in high school and then during my time in the Navy. Like when I was in the Navy, I drank like a fucking fish. Okay, but that, you know, that was the culture.
Yeah.
When I was working at bars, you know, like bar backing and, you know, trying to like bartend and stuff like that, waiting tables and stuff like that. I served a lot of alcohol and got to see like the other side on like how people act when they are drunk. And I was like, oh my God, is that me? Like, I don't, you know, like, and then, you know, like the older you get, hangovers get worse.
Yep.
They take
It's
longer.
not so much fun
you
anymore.
know, they take long. You take longer to recover from, and it's just not what it's not what it used to be. Same thing with drugs.
Yeah.
It's not what it just wasn't what it used to be, and you lose out on money, you lose out on friends, you destroy relationships with people, and that's one of the biggest things from my my addiction is the relationships that I've destroyed, and now I'm, you know, currently trying to repair relationships with people, and it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really difficult with you know, and it's never going to be the same.
No, it's a new
If
relationship.
you
It's a
ever-
new chapter in that relationship. It's not the same relationship anymore.
If you ever even get to, you know, back on some level where you guys can be, you know, civil.
Yeah.
So so that's so just reestablishing myself and getting and, you know, relearning what it is to be a comic again. This year has really humbled me because I haven't had a whole lot of work, and like I just thought that like I was gonna come back and like just
Hit it all good.
yeah,
guns blazing.
you know,
Hit the ground running.
hit
Stuff
the
like
ground
that.
running. You know, I've really I've had to be like, okay, you know, it's not, you know,
It's humbling.
Yeah.
It comes in waves. It
My
really
writing
does.
my writing isn't what it used to be. It's not strong, you know, and so just working on becoming a better writer, because that's really what this is you know, is writing.
Yeah.
And how can you convey to your audience, you know,
Because you're basically trying to get the audience to have that aha moments of going, oh, that's clever.
yeah.
You just want them to have that thought.
Yeah. And I feel like, and honestly, I feel like a lot of my jokes like go over people's heads because like they're thinkers.
Yeah.
Like I'm a very intuitive thinker. Like I like to think deep.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of my material goes over people's heads because I'm not saying that like my audience isn't as smart as I am. They just,
It also depends on the location too. If it's at a
Yes.
bar or something like that, they're probably drunk or having a
Yeah.
few, so they're maybe not fully attentive
yeah.
at our time and place on stuff like that. Like I miss. There's a place called Sesh Lounge that we did. Mike,
I never got to do Sesh Lounge. I was watching you guys do Sesh from afar.
it was a great experience, but it was also a humbling experience because like it taught you, like I always said, like there's places like you would go to Stellar Dweller on Sundays and do your 5 minutes. You could take that same set Thursday to Sesh and it wouldn't work because
Shout out to JB Watkins.
shout out to JB and Lacey, man. They killed up there.
Shout out to Lacey as well. Lacey Raines is one of my favorite comedians.
Same.
Like I love Lacey.
And just nice human beings.
Man, she is so
And the
so-
shit she does for the homeless and like all the volunteering. Lacey, I commend the shit out of you.
So last week there was this guy who did this like really racist ass set at Hunt Club. Like
Be more specific.
Uh,
This is Oklahoma. That'll be the intro.
So one of his supposed jokes that he said was that every time a black person says something that I don't understand, I feel smarter. Yeah. Yeah, and Lacey went up there and fucking did a fucking remember Brett Kavanaugh? Do you remember who that is? The
Yeah, the
Supreme
Supreme
Court
Court judge.
Justice,
Yeah.
who got accused of raping a woman
Yeah.
back in and like
He's a frat bro party
Yeah.
boy. Yeah.
and Lacey, and that was Lacey, and Lacey went up there and used that as like the background of her set and fucking roasted this guy. And it was one of the funniest things, and it was so clever.
Yeah.
And like that right there like cemented Lacey for me as like one of like the best Tulsa comics that we have right now.
Yeah, she filmed her special recently too.
Yeah, she did.
Face Off.
She did. And
Face On.
Face On. And I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to attend the live taping because I had to work that day, but I'm excited to see it.
There's some good comics that are putting some specials out right now.
I went to Cepeda's. Cepeda's was he did damn near 2 hours.
Damn.
He did damn near 2 hours.
That's the problem. Is like I love all these comics that are putting specials out, but they always record them on the weekends. I have my kids.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well I'm not gonna. Can you do the other weekend? Every other weekend, guys.
I know.
Just pass it by my schedule.
I know. So like I have over 30 videos of myself of like me like recording my sets and my material, and like I don't like I never put any of it out.
I don't put a lot of my clips out. That was my problem with like my live shows. Like I did 4 live shows this year, beginning of the year, and I put them out on this YouTube specials, and they did really well. And I recorded all those, did all the work for them, and I started realizing after 4 months, I don't have any footage of myself because I'm hosting it and I'm doing all I'm directing it and I'm editing it and doing all that work behind the scenes. But I'm not recording myself just doing a set.
Yeah.
So I bet you just like, did you like have like a complete nerd boner whenever like there was a crossover between the Gorillas and Powerpuff Girls?
When what's his face
Murdoch or whatever
went to jail.
Yeah.
And, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and they had him be the new bassist for a little bit.
I thought that was awesome.
That fucking video with Jack Black.
Yes. I thought that was neat of them. Like it was a callback. Like I said, Jindy Tarkovsky is one of my favorite animators.
Nice.
He's worked on Powerpuff Girls. He worked on Samurai Jack. He's worked on Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. He's worked on Dexter's Laboratory. He did
classics.
Hotel Transylvania.
Ooh.
He did Primal. If you've not seen Primal, it's on Adult Swim.
Okay.
So if you have Max, check it out.
Okay.
There's no talking.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no talking. It's just it's amazing.
Okay. I'm a big animation guy. Like we talked to X-Men, we talked to Invincible.
Yeah.
I think Invincible's amazing. Harley Quinn, phenomenal shirt.
Harley Quinn's fantastic.
Hell yeah. Kite-Man.
Hell yeah, Kite-Man.
I will also say like that's the best. Honestly, I think what do you want to call it? Iteration I've seen of like Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
Of like making her feel like an actual human.
Yeah.
An actual full character. Like, and also like I get her and Harley being a love it story. Like the writing's there.
I'm they even did that writing back in Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
I was recently watching
But they had to be way more subtle with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was the 90s.
Yeah. I mean, Harley was invented on the animated series. A lot of people don't know that. It's
Yeah.
like she was invented for that series as just Joker henchman, like
Right.
his
Love,
girl.
his love interest.
And like, dude, even like the movies, I think Mask of the Phantasm is one of my
Oh my-
favorite fucking movies.
You know what's funny is that when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed. I watched that movie and had a nightmare, and was banned from watching any and all scary movies, which sucked because my birthday's 3 days before Halloween.
Oh. Yeah, Mask of the Phantasm went dark.
Yes.
It also has one of the best scenes of any Bruce Wayne media ever when he's at the cemetery and he's arguing with his parents' headstone. Like, what is it okay for me to be happy?
Right.
Like, that's so fucking tragic. Like, where the young Bruce Wayne's crying to his dead parents. Like, is it okay for me to be happy now?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's so good. It's like, that's Bruce Wayne. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, he's always lived with that.
Yeah. Tortured man.
Like, I'm more of a Marvel guy, but I will say my favorite DC has its place. My favorite DC characters are Nightwing
Yeah.
and Martian Manhunter.
Okay.
I'm a Martian Manhunter guy. Just love that guy. Same way with like I'm a Marvel side. I'm a big Vision guy.
Yeah.
I like those robotic or those guys that can translate.
On Marvel, I'm Wolverine and Spider-Man.
Wolverine, Spider-Man,
Yes.
Deadpool, Nightcrawler are my top 2.
Deadpool's fucking hilarious.
I have 2 Deadpool. I have a Nightcrawler tattoo.
Okay.
Teleporting my arm. Nightcrawler always got with me, especially with like the Christianity kind of thing or the religious stuff, because like they say it often is like there's not a more devout, let's say, Catholic or religious person in the Marvel universe besides Matt Murdock, Daredevil, than Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
And he's always portrayed as like the most devout, like Catholic, and like he's the kindest soul, but he's vilified because of the way he looks. He looks like a blue devil.
Yeah.
And he's like, they hunt him down with pitchforks and shit like that.
Yeah.
And they try to kill him, and he's like the most devout Christian.
Right.
And I always love that parallel. I always love that, like, that story.
Being persecuted for like his beliefs.
Yeah. And not even his beliefs, but the way he looks.
Yeah.
And like just the way he is and stuff like that, even though he's like the perfect, the ideal, trying to be a devout Christian.
Right.
And I don't know, there's something there, even as a young kid watching the animated series when I was like 5 or 6, that spoke to me. Like the X-Men animated series was another one that's top up there.
Yeah, so good.
Spider-Man
So
animated
good.
series. I mean,
that's where I get my love of Wolverine from.
Yeah.
Is the animated series.
Where he can never use his claws.
Yeah.
You will be happy if you watch X-Men 97. He finally has to use his fucking claws.
Okay.
And cut some bitches.
All right.
It's like it was PG. So like they have a guy with fucking 6 razor blades and they can't cut him anything but robots.
Him fighting those sentinels and just like going up and destroying sentinels.
Okay, I'm gonna show you a scene. Wolverine and Nightcrawler versus some human sentinels.
Okay.
They're about to kill Rogue. And Nightcrawler, they were like, not on my fucking watch. And this animation's beautiful.
Why resist the inevitable?
Lady, I got 6 reasons why.
That's the same voice.
Yep.
Yes. So.
Cal Dodd. And he's like,
my friend, 9.
It is German for no, but also 9 blades. Nightcrawler's my jam. I love it. But these 2 team up, and it's...
Oh, they're putting themselves back together? That's dope. Man, I have got to watch this fucking show.
You must get them away from Rogue.
Nightcrawler's just so good.
Yeah.
When he starts teleporting them away, you're gonna see a cool shot in a second. What he actually sees when he teleports. Watch. They took the camera through the teleport.
Wow.
Yeah, that show's incredible.
Wow.
It has some of the best Cyclops moments you'll ever see. Like, like a lot of people hate on Cyclops. They think he's a little bitch.
He is a little bitch.
Because they've only ever watched him on like the live action movies, the old X-Men movies. So they think he's just like a shitty character. But he can be a badass. He can be a really good guy, but he is also an asshole.
Yeah.
He cheats more than anybody. He sleeps around. He's such a little bitch on that part of it. But like he also is a badass, like superhuman, and he's a good tactician.
Yeah.
And like they show fight scenes where like Cyclops gets to have his moments. And you're okay, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like if you go back to like Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Cyclops is a fucking badass.
Yeah,
dude.
you get to see him do that finisher.
Oh,
in that his big ultimate
Optic Blast.
Yeah, the Optic Blast. You get to see it in the show.
Okay.
You get to see classic costumes. You get to see like there's so many references that it's really well done.
Nice.
Every character gets their moments. Magneto, like if some of the people don't win Emmys this year for some of the acting, I think the actress who plays Rogue is getting nominated.
Oh, cool.
Like she does some powerhouse hits.
Yeah.
Like they make Rogue a really good character. Jubilee they do a good job with, I think, decently. Which she's always been kind of a one note character.
Yeah.
It's fun just playing a whole bunch of Marvel shit.
What else are you playing?
I was playing Mortal Kombat 1.
Okay.
I'm not a big fan of it. I love Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But like I don't like how they have the cameo system in this Mortal Kombat 1.
I haven't
hate
played
it.
I haven't played 1. I played 10. 10 was the last one I played.
10 was great. 11 I think is phenomenal. But 1 is a whole reimagining, and they just rebooted the franchise.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, you like these characters? Let's just change everything about them.
Yeah.
Do you still like them? Why don't you like them?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, and also a shit ton of microtransactions to make them look like the character you like.
Fuck, you said the magic word.
Yeah. It's like, oh, so like they completely changed characters. Like Scorpion is not Hanzo Hisashi. Like it's not the same person.
Mhm.
And then they retcon like pretty much everything in this new universe. And it's like, oh, if you want him to actually look like Scorpion, well, if you spend $5, you can occasionally see this in the daily store, and you can buy the
Right.
skin, and now he kind of looks like the real Scorpion. Cool.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of skins. Like I saw Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah. Because he was supposed to be, the first game was supposed to be a Jean-Claude Van Damme game.
Yeah.
That's
I saw
originally
that.
supposed to be that. And then they morphed it, and then that's why Johnny Cage was basically a knockoff of him.
Yeah.
So now he's a Jean-Claude Van Damme as a skin for Johnny Cage.
Okay. Yeah.
It's telling to me when the best characters you can play in that game are like the new like DC characters. Stuff like that. They have Homelander from The Boys. They have Omni-Man from Invincible.
Did you ever play Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe?
Yes, where you couldn't even do fatalities.
Yeah.
Really, you could do those weird fighting ones and the multiple tiers that you can fight. Yeah. It was a good game. It's fun.
Yeah.
I do like the Injustice games.
Injustice is dope.
Yeah.
Injustice 2.
Yes.
Injustice 2.
It's really good.
Yes.
Although you can get lost in how many little different pieces of armor you need to make a set and stuff like that. But you can make your Batman look like Batman Beyond. You can make my Robin. I grinded for months because there's a fucking Robin weapon that turns it into the Nightwing staff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a rare fucking item. And it took me months to fucking get that. But then like you can play.
You're one of those.
Yeah.
You're one of those.
Well, I'm a Nightwing stan, so when they're like, "Hey, if you technically want to play as Nightwing in this game, you have to get this one special item." I'm like, "Okay, fuck it."
I grind in a different way. I love JRPGs.
Oh.
I'm currently playing. I'm replaying Final Fantasy 9 right now.
I've never played a Final Fantasy.
Really?
Yeah, I missed out. Like people, I've never played really. The only Final Fantasy I ever played was the online one, like the MMO.
Oh, that was 11.
Yeah, 11 online.
11, yeah.
The original, not before they rebooted it and stuff.
Yeah.
But like my friend, I was big into WoW, and so
Okay.
my friend was like, "Hey, try this on MMO." I was like, "Okay." I tried it for like a day. I was like, "Why do they all have tails?" And he's like, "Well," he's like, "I don't know, man. Don't make it weird." I was like, "It's already weird." And I was like, "Yeah, it's in the game."
I skipped over 11 because I didn't have online. 12 was okay.
I never really got into it. Like anime, I'm not into a lot of anime. Like my only anime I love growing up was Digimon.
Oh, that was a good one.
I mean, it's still available on Hulu now, and I've gotten my 7-year-old into it.
Oh, cool.
And like,
I've gotten my cousin and Mark, our little cousins, into Power Rangers and
Same
Pokemon.
Here. She loves Digimon and Pokemon and Power Rangers, and like Hulu has the first seasons on Hulu. You can watch all the original seasons. And Digimon still goes to this day with the original cast, and they're still making movies in the same storyline.
Oh, cool.
From the season 1 and 2 kids.
No shit.
Even last year, they had a limited release of the season 2 kids finally getting their own movie.
You know, they just finally retired Ash Ketchum off of Pokemon.
Yeah.
After like 20 years.
Yeah.
They just finally. Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, they so there's one called Digimon the Last Kazuna or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And it deals with Ty and Matt, the main two characters, getting older, and their Digivices, every time they use them to Digivolve, they're getting one tick off. And at the end of it, their Digimon just go away because they've grown up.
Oh, no shit.
And it's dark, it's sad. There's one scene where Agumon finds Ty's porn stash, which is hilarious.
Ty? Huh? What are these things?
They're nothing. They're not mine. I'm just holding them for a friend.
If they're nothing, then let me see them.
Only grown-ups can look.
But it's a great movie. It's bittersweet. The action's amazing, but also it was the last time that like some of the voice actresses is like the person that plays Mimi voiced because she died.
Yeah.
So it's like it's gotten so old that like the voice actors are starting to die.
Yeah.
So it was like her last moment. It was on
That's
this last
crazy.
movie.
That's what's up.
But like they're really good. Like all the movies are free on Peacock or on YouTube.
Okay.
You can now watch them.
Yeah.
And they're really good. They made a whole new season called Digimon Try and multiple movies, and they're really fucking good. All the original Digimon that didn't get their ultimate forms in the series and the movies they do.
So I see all your Power Rangers. Like
Yeah.
how long did you watch Power Rangers?
Up until my last season was probably like Lightspeed Rescue. And then like once Disney got them for like Mystic Force and stuff, I kind of went away.
Yeah.
And then I came back to them around what's it called? Samurai.
Okay.
I actually thought Samurai was a great season, and Megaforce was a great season.
Yeah, I remember Megaforce. I caught episodes of Megaforce. So I watched Power Rangers, original all the way up to Space.
Yeah. In Space is my favorite season.
Space is great.
I have the Psycho Rangers here.
I see your power your Space Rangers up
I
there.
got them up there. I even have the blue guy on his lever.
I thought Turbo is that the space cop in the back there?
Yeah. There's Magna Defender, and then there's this one. Space Cop.
Yeah. What was his name?
Dude, I can't even think of his name right now. I'm so high. Silver Centurion. No, is it? No.
No, it wasn't Silver Centurion.
What is his name? I want to say RoboCop right now.
Yeah, really.
I'm so fucking high. I
but-
just bought him too.
Yeah, I thought the lead. You know what I love though was the lead up to space.
When they destroy the command center and stuff like that. The Zeo.
Yes, and then the little kid's like, no, I'm staying behind.
Oh, Turbo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking hate Blake Foster. I hate Justin. I hated him. To this day, I hate Justin. So, like, I think I've talked about on the podcast before. Like, some fans, like, there's either a camp that love Justin. For those that don't know, they replaced the Blue Ranger, who was Rocky, who was originally the Red Ranger, with a fucking kid who had a fucking bowl cut named Justin. He's a bowl cut and freckles.
Yeah,
and he always wore fucking plaid or striped fucking
with,
shirts.
like with the hoodie in the back.
He's like he's addicted to Blues Traveler or something. And like fucking this kid, like they're basically like, hey, kids want to identify with somebody. So if we put a kid that becomes a ranger,
right,
they'll identify with him. And some kids did like that. They like Justin because he's a kid. They became a ranger.
Yeah.
The other camp are like, what makes him so special? Fuck him. That's my camp. I'm like, fuck that kid. Why does he get to be a ranger, not me?
Really? You know, that was the
kid?
whole
That
kid.
That kid
I
that
could have
cost
been a
Rocky,
ranger.
like the homeless kid.
You know what's great?
The orphan.
You know what would have been great about being a Power Ranger?
What?
Is that they only attack you from like school hours. So from like the time of 8:45 to 2:15, you're on call. After that, you have like the whole afternoon to like.
Well, you gotta forget about that break and earnings too. We gotta get those smoothies.
We gotta get those smoothies in. Yeah.
I never knew that so many Californians just love smoothies. And then until the 2017 movie, when you found out they all love Krispy Kreme.
Dude, what did you think of that remake?
That movie had so much potential.
Yeah.
That's one of my things. I hate wasted potential.
Yeah.
That was a solid B+ movie.
Right.
And then you can tell where it took a turn. Like the Krispy Kreme thing was over the top. They didn't morph until the last 15 minutes of the fucking movie.
Right.
And there's basically only one fight scene.
Yeah.
And so I like the setup. Like honestly, that whole script and all those characters would have done better as like a fucking like 10 episode season.
Yeah.
If they would have had time to introduce Rita and them learning their powers and stuff, and then like if it was like an MCU fucking like 10 episode show, that would have been fucking phenomenal. But like as a 2-hour movie or an hour-and-a-half movie, they crammed a lot in, and it just
it didn't work.
It didn't work, and like all the Krispy Kreme thing pissed me the fuck off. I was like, Jesus Christ, it's like so bad. Like there's like it's just blatant product placement. I will say though, there are some incredible lines in that movie because I recently watched it with my 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Do you remember the beginning? How they introduced Jason?
No.
He's breaking into a rival school and they're dropping off a cow in there because like their mascot's like the Bulls or something like that. So they're gonna like put an actual cow in the locker room of the rival school.
Yeah.
And they're pulling this cow through the locker rooms, and his friend, Jason's friend, goes, the cow should be fine. I just milked her. And he goes, it's a boy cow. And he goes, what? He goes, did you see udders? He goes, so did I milk? He goes, we're not going to talk about that. That's how they start the fucking movie. Like the first 30 seconds is them talking about a cum. He milked a male cow.
Did you remember that movie Kingpin
with Woody Harrelson?
Yes. Yeah. Remember that scene? Like, I got up early and I milked your cow. She gave me a tussle there, but I finally got her. We don't have a cow. We got a bull.
I always remember Van Wilder. Do you remember Van Wilder?
Oh, yeah. With the fucking dog? Yeah.
They filled the eclairs.
So warm.
My favorite is the subtle guy in the back goes, I think I've had these before. It crushes me every time.
Yeah.
They're like pouring it in.
Yeah, they're like pouring it in their mouth. Like
so gross. The movie that launched Ryan
Reynolds. Yes.
Do you know what's based on Burt Kreischer?
Really?
Van Wilder, the story of Van Wilder is based on the story of Burt Kreischer in Florida University.
Wow.
Rolling Stone did an article about the supposed party maker of a guy that's just been there for like 7 years and does the best parties at Florida State. And they wrote an article about Burt Kreischer back then. And that was the basis for the National Lampoons.
The comedian.
Yeah.
The comedian Burt Kreischer.
Yeah.
Who just fucking roasted Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was the inspiration for Van Wilder.
Wow.
He was a Rolling Stone article of like a party kids, party culture at colleges.
I need to meet this.
And then
man.
he did open mic at one show, and Will Smith was in the audience and saw him. And
this man got on by Will Smith.
yeah,
getting
Will
jiggy
Smith.
with it.
Will Smith discovered Burt Kreischer.
Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, which made the episodes of his podcast after the Oscars with Chris Rock fucking hilarious because he was like,
Yeah.
like kind of like I don't really want to shit on this.
shit on this guy.
It was kind of like, do you ever watch Kill Tony?
No, I've never watched Kill Tony, but I know
It's great. It's a great
Yes.
show. But you know who Ric Flair is?
Woo!
Woo! Yeah, they had Ric Flair. So if you ever watch Kill Tony,
I'm wheeling and I'm stealing and I'm dealing, and you know I make the ladies go woo.
the dude that has like more rap songs about him than any like any other
Idiot
like,
white guy. Yeah.
it's fucking great.
Ric
Like-
Flair drip go woo on a bitch.
Offset.
Yeah.
He even did that on Jimmy Fallon. And
21 Savage Metro Boomin' want some more, nigga.
They even had Ric Flair on Jimmy Fallon. He was like with a fake ring, and he's like doing just dancing in the background as they're fucking doing the song. But what was I talking about? Ric Flair. Okay, so if you watch Kill Tony, it's based in Austin, and
Yeah.
Tony Hinchcliffe's best friend with Joe Rogan and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Which
if-
I've seen Tony Hinchcliffe live. That dude is fucking
he's great. He's hilarious. Crowd work, the way he shuts people down, the way he controls an
Man.
audience is amazing.
Oh my god, he had me dying. He had me dying so fucking hard. It was so fun. Saw him at Blue Well.
Yeah. Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah. Back when like Blue Well first started, it was like one of the first Blue Wells. Like I saw Tony Hinchcliffe. It was before he did Kill Tony and all that. He was fucking hilarious.
And now he's doing in Madison Square Garden with Kill
Yeah.
Tony and stuff like that. And like they're possibly going to move it to Netflix.
fucking. I saw him with Eric Andre.
Damn, I love Eric Andre.
I saw him with Eric Andre. Oh my god, it was how I love you, Eric Andre. I didn't. So this summer, this summer, he did a tour of the Eric Andre show live, and he didn't come anywhere.
I know. Did you see the movie he did with Tiffany Haddish on Netflix?
No, I have not.
It's good. It's pretty
What
funny.
is it called again?
I gotta find it. It's made by the
Yes.
Jackass guys.
Yes. I need to watch that. I'm watching this tonight.
The movie Bad Trip.
Bad Trip.
Yeah, it's good. It's on Netflix. Made by Jeff Tremaine and the Jackass guys. It's like
Nice.
he was in Jackass 4.
Yeah.
And met those guys and kind of
Yeah.
Jackass 4 is great.
It's hilarious.
But anyway, we're on a tangent. So anyway, if you watch Joe Rogan, whatever guests they have on Joe Rogan, you can honestly say they're probably gonna end up on Kill Tony because they're in the same area.
Yeah.
And they're friends with everybody.
Yeah.
So Ric Flair was on Joe Rogan and was talking for like 4 hours, got high as fuck, got
Yeah.
drunk as fuck, got deep.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, they're like, hey, go do Kill Tony afterwards.
Yeah.
So Ric Flair, still high and drunk, gets on Kill Tony, and it's an open mic where if somebody does good or bad, the day shits on them.
Yeah.
That's the whole point, is to like roast the people that are on the
Yeah.
these open micers. Ric Flair gets up there and starts talking about his dead son Reed, and he starts going about like, I just respect anybody that gets up here and talks on the mic, and I'm not gonna make fun of anybody that spends their time to come up here and try to entertain. And he's doing this stuff as all the rest of the community, like the dais is like all the people from Legion of Skanks. Ari Shafir is there. I think Mark Norman and like all these
Some
comics.
heavy hitters.
Yeah, some heavy hitters. And the one you can see like there's just a separation. So like it's like these front ones are like Ari and them that are really friendly with Joe and Tony. They were the ones who were like, we're not gonna shit on Ric Flair because we don't want to ruin this relationship. It's
Yeah.
awkward. This is our hero. And you can see in real time Tony Hitchcock's like, I'm on stage with Ric Flair and he's ruining
Ruining
this.
my show.
It's like the worst possible situation.
Yeah.
But then you have the legions of skate guys behind him that are like, we don't give a fuck. We're just gonna roast it. So they're just doing heckles and stuff like that, and they're making fun of it, making it entertaining. But it's the most awkward Kill Tony in history, and like it's the most edited one.
It says 9/11.
They said that like there's Reddit forums that, like they edited like almost an hour out of it,
Yeah.
and at a certain point they just get Rick off the stage and Rick's like leaves, and then it becomes a lot better show because
Yeah.
he just takes down the whole thing.
show.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Just sad Ric Flair talking about his dead son.
Yeah. Good for you, Charlotte.
Comedy.
Good for you, Charlotte.
I mean, that was one chick that like when she got 1 in 4 men have performance anxiety. Hey, sponsor me Viagra or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh. Anyway, that was one person that like just genetically she looked so much like her father that when she got all that
my
plastic surgery, I was
goodness.
like, "You go, girl."
Yeah, she looks just like daddy, and she even like talks like him, has the mannerisms like
Yeah.
him. Like, I got it. Like, I don't watch a whole lot of wrestling too much anymore, but like when I do, like I do. So like the last time I went to the season premiere of SmackDown earlier this year, at the BOK,
Nice.
and I got to see Charlotte wrestle, and it was nice. I also got to see Cody Rhodes.
Nice.
I got to see LA Knight. John Cena was in the building, but John Cena did not wrestle, but he did run interference.
So I've been to Raw back in like 2012. It was a BOK. I got to see Bret Hart.
Okay.
He was there. It was back in the day when like WWE they had the Nexus.
Oh
And
yeah.
I got to actually have them run up they ran up away from the crowd, or they ran into the crowd to get away from Cena and a whole bunch of people, and they ran right beside us. So I had the Nexus right beside us, Wade Barrett and all them.
Yeah.
And it was like Bret Hart came out. I got to see Randy Orton versus Edge versus who was it? Randy Orton versus Edge versus I think Jericho in a triple threat. That was pretty cool.
Bring the walls down.
Yep. And then I saw SmackDown, and that was the SmackDown where CM Punk shit his pants in the ring. He had the flu, and he wrestled Dean Ambrose. And I have his autograph up there, and I'm like, I'm liking to thinking like he had to sign like 500 of those.
Yeah.
That day when he had the flu. And I just love that I have it framed on the side of this fucking thing of like, yep, that's the match where he shit his pants. And then I saw an NXT show, and the NXT show was great. I honestly loved that. It was just a house show. It was nice here in Tulsa. And like the ending of it was Finn Balor saying Garth Brooks to the audience.
Oh, nice.
In a full-on Irish accent. He was singing Friends in Low Places.
I've seen a couple wrestling shows. I've seen a lot of NBA games. I've been to 6 NBA games. All of them Phoenix Suns.
Oh wow. You were in Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm
as one is to do.
Yes. I've seen some greats play. I've seen Barkley play. I've seen Elijah Wan play. I've seen Pippen. Granted, those three. They were all at the end of their careers. Yeah. I got to see Steve Nash. I got to see Kobe, prime Kobe,
chopping it up.
Man, prime Kobe.
That was a helicopter joke.
Yeah. Damn.
We're gonna rotor right over that.
Yeah. He smashed us.
It was a family event. Anyway, I did go to AEW this year at BOK. That was a great experience. Got to see Rob Van Dam in the main event, and he came out to Pantera's Walk.
Oh, nice.
And so, like, having that experience in the crowd was fucking dope.
Right.
Feeling Swerve Strickland's theme in the actual crowd, you realize how much fucking bass is in that song.
Uh-huh.
And it was, like, shaking the fucking seats in the BOK Center.
Damn.
Whose house? Swerve's house! What's going on? The machine, Brian King!
I could do that. I can rap. I could do it.
See, like I say on my set, if I try it, it's just appropriation. I'm not Action Bronson like. I still think like my best impression is the Action Bronson impression. Yeah, okay, everybody loves it.
Do it.
I need silence.
Okay,
this is my impression of Action Bronson. Thank you. Sounds just like him.
Just like him.
Yeah. I will say though, like I love clever rap lyrics.
Yeah.
Action Bronson's rap like best friend is Mayhem Lauren.
Yeah.
Who's like the slick like the slickest dressed black dude I've ever seen, like the bald head. And he has this line. It's so fucking good that when like you hear lines in rap that you hear it, you're like,
that
stops.
Yeah.
He says, "Suicidal doors, bipolar necklaces." And I'm like, oh, that is so fucking clever.
Suicidal doors, bipolar necklaces. Only supernatural is cool to be perfectionist. Being basic 45 colors on the Gucci.
He said you sent me that.
It's so good. It's so good. And both of these guys are like chefs that also rap.
Oh, cool.
And so they just get high. And Mayhem's on his content too. Does his own like cooking show and stuff too.
That's cool.
And he's on Fuck This. If you ever see the big bald black dude with like the gold glasses,
Yeah.
that's Mayhem.
Oh, okay.
So he's on Fuck That's Delicious all the time.
Okay.
And that's him rapping. And like they both just get high all the time and just
Nice.
fucking rap. And like I've always wanted to go to an Action Bronson concert.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you know what he does. It's a little dangerous.
Yeah.
Because Action Bronson, when he goes to a town and goes to a concert, like say he has one that night,
he'll
go to a local Best Buy and stuff and just buy big screen TVs and like fucking PS5s and stuff. And they're just on stage with him.
He'll throw
and he just throws the fucking big ass piece, like 55-inch TV, and just throws it in the fucking crowd.
That's nuts.
And just gives this shit away on stage.
That's crazy.
And people have to like, either dodge it or try to grab this fucking TV.
That's crazy.
I'm unloading the meat. I'm loading the meat. I'm unloading the meat. I'm loading the meat. I'm unloading the meat. I'm loading the meat. I'm unloading the meat.
Well, dude, Jay, this has been fucking awesome.
Thank you for having me.
Where can everybody follow the great Jay Kincade if they want to see you or see more of you?
I'm on Snapchat at Peacock918, PEACOCK 918. I'm also on Snapchat at Peacocks, PEACOCK.
I want to get you booked, not laid. Available only on Snapchat.
Yeah.
What's your grinder handle?
Not there yet. Not there yet. I tried it. I kissed a boy. I didn't like it.
Oh, okay, Katy Perry.
This was a long time ago.
That chick made so many lesbians pissed off. They're
Man,
like, we're not that cute.
Not that cute.
It's like, well, we know. We just like to imagine that you are.
Yeah.
Why do you think lesbian porn is the #1 thing for a lot of guys to watch?
Not really.
Not for me either.
Not anymore. I don't think so. I mean, I think anal has definitely taken over.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right down that Hershey
Right
highway.
down that Hershey. Poop soup.
Oof. I never was a big anal guy. Mostly because it's just so much pre-work.
Yeah. But you know, if she does the work beforehand, it's fucking fantastic.
It is. It's also that's a bond. You know, it's like
it's just but you know, it's also a lot of cleanup if it goes wrong.
Yeah, it does. Lay down and towel, ladies. On that note, guys.
And I'm out.
No, I've been Sharon Ralphie Allen. That's Jay Kincade. This has been Unloading Meat. Peace, guys.
I'm loading the meat. 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 I don't even know what it means, what it is, what it is, what it is.
Bye. Have a great time.